in this yoga space of ours, we can feel our breath and our body. And just notice if there is any tension. Notice if there is pain or discomfort. And just send positive energy to the whole body. Bring your palms together, open your eyes and bow your head. Namaste. So we're going to do a yoga practice that will be a little bit warming. We're going to use the breath. The main thing that I want you to bear in mind, this is really, really important, is that when you do exercise is like medicine, and it is the dose that is important. We have some stiff necks, stiff knees, painful knees, and this happens when you overdo it. So always be connected with your breath. Always get that sense of what's happening inside. And that way you will not overdo it. So we're going to watch out for knees and necks today. Start by rolling your shoulders really gently, rolling your shoulders. You can stay seated in a cushion, on a ball, or wherever. We're just going to start. So when your neck is a little bit painful, roll towards the front now. You can start moving the areas around it just to let it release. So the neck goes from the base of the skull to more or less the middle of the upper back, because you have the muscles going all the way down. So we're going to move one shoulder at a time, as if you were backstroking. So moving one shoulder at a time. And then change the direction going forwards. And you can see that there is a little bit of movement on the upper body. So go one back, one forwards. Full roll back, full roll forwards. That's it. Good. Nice. Now, your hands are relaxed over your knees. One shoulder up and let it drop. The other shoulder up and let it drop. Up and drop. Up and drop. Up and drop. Up and drop. Good. Now, can we bring the shoulders towards each other and bring them away from each other? Shoulder blades together. Shoulders towards each other and away. Yes, you can also back yourself up on a sofa or a chair if this is too much to be seated on the floor. Forwards and back. Good. And relax the shoulders, just a little bit of a Geny. That's it. Softly, softly. Jimming around. Good. Now, we're going to move the head on the Brahma mudra, where we're going to use sound and breath. So first, let's do the breathing. I will go towards my right and my left, which will look to you as the other way round. So my left is where I have my watch, my right is to the other side. We're going to inhale and look towards the right as we are inhaling. And then as we exhale, we come back to center. Good. Inhale, looking towards the left. And then exhale, back to center. Inhale, looking up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, looking down. And exhale back to center. Good. So we're going to combine these movements with sound. We're going to look to the right as we inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to do the sound ah. We're going to look towards the left, and we're going to come back saying eh. So eh with a smile. Then up, and when we come down, we're going to do ye. And then we're going to inhale as we look down. And when we come back, we're going to say like M with the mouth closed. So all of these vibrations will help your neck to start releasing. And these are gentle movements. Enjoy the sound and do it mindfully on each position. I'm going to take a block to sit onto so that I'm a little bit higher up. So if you want to sit on a block, sit on a block. And I like sitting with my shins down just to have my back more open. Let's do together Brahmi Mudra. Mudra means gesture, and this is a gesture with sound. So we're going to inhale and look towards the right. And say ah as we come back. Ah. Inhale towards the left. Eh. Inhale, moving the head up. And coming back, yee, yee. Inhale here. Bringing the chin towards the chest slightly and coming back. Let's see if we can do it all in one go. Right. One more time. Take a moment, just enjoying the vibration of the sound. Good. And coming into all fours, please. Have your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And let just your back move. Your neck stays where it is. We're not going to be on the knees very long. I'm aware that we are taking care of the knees today. So make the movement a little bit wider by pushing the hands on the floor, tagging the tail. Inhale, open. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, exhale, pushing up. And inhale, exhale, pushing up. Now see if you can bring your chin towards your chest. Holding there, breathing deeply. The head is relaxed. The buttocks are relaxed. You're arching your back like an angry cat. And then soften. And looking up. Again, your hands are pushing onto the floor. You're opening up the chest. And bring yourselves back to center. Now, walk your hands towards your knees. Tag your toes under. We're going to come into a forward fold. Today we're also preparing the legs so that some people that go for cycling can feel nice and prepared for it. So bring your fingertips onto the ground and come into a forward fold. So in the forward fold, Uttanasana, your feet are hip distance apart. And for now, we're just hanging in here, holding onto the elbows and letting the upper body be really heavy. Just notice what's happening. If holding onto the elbows feels too heavy, you can have your fingertips on the floor, or you can use a block underneath your hands just to rest. Whenever we're doing anything physical, if the brain deems it as unsafe, it will give us stiffness, so we won't be able to stretch to our utmost capacity. Good. Inhale, hands onto the block or onto the shins, and extend your back, extend your legs. Breathe deeply. So your neck is straight, following the line of your spine. And we're going to bring one arm forwards at a time. Keep your gaze down towards the floor. Don't look up towards the camera. Just bring one arm and then the other. If you can't bring the arm next to your ears, it doesn't matter. Just bring it a little bit. Still bringing energy to that area of the upper back and the neck. Good. Now, can you keep your head where it is, your neck where it is? Bring one arm forwards and then bring it sideways. Bring it back forwards and release. Forwards, sides, forwards, and release. So you're kind of singling, signing towards the floor, going side, forwards, and back. Easy for me to say. Good. If this is okay, try both arms. This will be a lot more demanding on the legs and the spine. Please don't overdo it for your neck or your spine. Both arms forwards, both arms come into a T position, forwards and down. One more. Good. And release your knees, release your head. Just imagine that you're like monkey, swaying side to side, releasing the whole of the neck, shoulders, spine. So go as low as you can be. And then from there, straighten one leg. So you're going sideways a little bit and release. And then the other leg and release. We are going side to side. If you want to add a little bit more, turn your head. So if you want, bend your knees, come into a semi-standing position. You can rest your hands onto your knees to watch. So what I'm inviting you to do is to extend one leg, and maybe if you can look forwards. That can be more demanding for the neck. So if this doesn't feel good, you stay with your neck down. So one thing is to just bend one knee. You're going towards the bent knee and stay there. One step further is to turn and look around. See how that feels? You might feel dizzy going side to side, so don't go too fast. You bend one knee, I'm bending my left knee and going towards the left, bending the right, going towards the right, and looking underneath the shoulder. This is stretching the sides of the hips and giving a bit of a rotation. Good. Now, soften your knees, release your head, release your arms. And rolling up into standing vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up, bring your arms around and up. Exhale, hands towards your heart. Good. Shake your legs. Roll your shoulders. So we're always feeling what's within when you're working. So we work the hamstrings and the sides of the hips, a little bit about the shoulders. Now we're going to strengthen the thighs and do a twist as well. So for this, we're going to be with our feet together, ankles together, and we're going to lower down into like a chair pose, arms by the side of the head, and then inhale, bring it up, straighten the legs and tense the buttocks. Lower down, and bring it up, tense the buttocks, open the chest. Lower down, and bring it up. That's it, good. One more, lower down, bring it up, straightening the legs, glutes. We are strengthening our knees. So don't, too many repetitions will make you hurt. A little bit of control is okay. Now bring your hands towards your chest, look at your knees and bring your right elbow onto your left knee. And push hand against hand, opening up to the side, twisting. Good. Bring it back to center. Let's try the other side. Opposite elbow to knee and twist. And bringing it back to center, release the hands, release the legs, rolling up into standing. Good, shake your legs. Now we want to stretch the front of the thighs that we were using. If you need to hold onto sideboard, bookcase, wall, whatever it is, door, please do. We're going to hold onto right foot. And to start with, knee comes close to the other knee and the foot comes close to your buttocks. Bring your index finger and thumb together on the hand that is not holding the foot. And inhale, bring the arm up. This is your flamingo pose. Try to find balance in there. And release the arm, release the leg. So if you can't hold the foot because your knee doesn't allow it, you can always use a chair and or a wall and find that point where you can push back so that the front of the thigh gets stretched. Yeah, that might be a little bit too high, Shibon, but you can try. Or use a belt or a scarf. That can also help you. Let's try the other side. So bring the foot into the hand. The other hand comes into Chin Mudra. This is a balancing pose with a stretch on your glutes, on your calves. No, not calves. Thighs, quadriceps, that's it. So don't compromise this stretch for the balance. If balance is not with you today, just hold on. Good. And release the legs. Now we want to stretch the glutes. So some of these stretches can also be done on the floor, but because today we're observing the knees, we're doing them standing. If you were to do them on the floor, you will be bringing the hips forwards and bringing the foot towards the calves. But that is quite tough for the knees. So let's try stretch for the glutes with the gentleman's chair. If you have a chair or a coffee table or whatever nearby, you can use that to help you with balance. This is again a stretch with balance. So bring your right ankle over your left knee, like if you were sitting in a chair, like a gentleman, like this. So you could sit on the chair and push your knee down, or you can do the balance where you hold and you let your hips go down. Maybe you don't need any support, so you just come into this balancing pose. Stretch. Find the stretch. That's it. Well done. Find the stretch. You see, I'm holding on the side, and then you can sway a little bit. You can feel around. Good. Release. Shake your legs. Shake your shoulders. Try the other side. There's no shame on holding. We do what we need to do to release tension on the hips, on the glutes, without forcing the knees. So we are taking care of the knees and at the same time finding that stretch. That's it. Well done, everybody. Yes, good. And release. Lovely. Lastly, we're going to do a little flow. So a flow with repetition will make us feel more grounded. Get a block if you have it. If you don't have a block, you can use a little stool or a table, even those steps that children use for reaching children or shorter people like me. Bring the block just in front of your foot. And bring your legs in a position for Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Just bend one knee and then the other. So it's a weird bend because you're sideways. Your hips are facing forwards and one knee bends one way and the other knee bends in the other direction. Good. So we're going to add the arms. Inhale. Exhale, the fingers interlace behind you. Bending the other knee. Inhale, going forwards. Exhale, behind and open the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We're holding the hands behind. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Bending that knee. Exhale. Hands onto the block and come into a side stretch. The reason we use the block as well is not to have all of that weight on the knee if the knee is a little bit sensitive. Good. We're going to come back up and we're going to do it again. Bend in the back knee, hands hold. If you don't get to hold your hands interlacing, you can just hold one wrist, opening the chest. So you bend back and stretch the shoulders and arms behind and come forwards. Back and forth. Back and forth. This is working your ankles as well. Good. And now side stretch. Hands onto the block or onto the floor. Giving your inner thigh a little bit of stretch. Good. Come back to center. Release the legs. We're going to go the other side. So if you find this a little bit strange or new, that's fine. We are mapping the body. We are letting our body know that we can do all of these moves. One knee is going towards the short end of the mat. The other knee is going towards the long end of the mat. Let's practice the knees first. This is also helping the hips to glide onto our femurs, our thigh bones. Good. So the arms come parallel to the floor as we go towards the front knee, and then come behind as we go towards the back knee. When you go towards the back, your ankle is getting a nice stretch and your calf coming forwards and back. Forwards and back. Forwards and back. Forwards and come into your side stretch. Hand into the block, opening your chest, opening the side body. Stretching all along. If your neck is hurting, your gaze should be just to horizon. If your neck is okay, the head can move up and down, checking that you're not tensing. And coming all the way up, we're going to start again. So forwards, arms parallel, back, hands join behind. Forwards and back. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. And bending the front knee, hand into the block. Open your chest. Feel the side body stretching. Head aligned with the spine if your neck is not having it this morning. Good. And inhale, bring it all the way up. Release, shake. Right. Now, bring your feet parallel to each other. Spread your toes. Have a little bit of floor or mat between your toes. We're going to bring the left foot behind the right. So you feel stretch on the left side. We're going to go towards the right and then towards the left. Inhale, exhale as you come to center. Inhale as you come to the other side. Exhale, center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're in the direction of your hips, which is at a diagonal. We're going to fall forwards from here with your feet still crossed. If you need your block, have your block in front of you. And inhale, extend your back. And as you exhale, fall forwards towards your legs. This might not look like a normal asana or a normal yoga pose, but it is Uttanasana with a twist. Feel the backs of the legs and the hips And the backs of the knees. Sometimes the knee, when it hurts, is because it just needs a bit of a nice stretching. Good. Inhale, lift your head. Push your feet onto the floor, coming up into standing. It's challenging because we are cross-legged. And release, shake your hips. Good. We're going to go the other way. So have your block nearby. Feet start in the parallel position and then bring them behind. The feet don't need to be close to each other. If they're close to each other, your balance will be more challenged. So you can have a foot width distance in between. A foot that way, not that way. Good. And this time the right side is getting a stretch. And we're going to bring the arm to the side. We're inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When we move with mindfulness and breath, we are doing yoga. Otherwise, it's any odd exercise. Exhale. Good. And now we're going to fall forwards, bending, flexing from the hips. You can hold onto your block. Extend your back first. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. And then release down, letting the head release towards the ground. Breathe deeply. If you don't have a block, you don't need to use the block. You can have your fingertips onto the floor. Give time for your legs to get a nice stretch. And of course, you can have a higher support, like a chair. Lift your head, prepare, and come all the way up. Nice. And release. Shake your legs, shake your hips. We're going to come down onto the ground. Come into sitting and have your left foot in towards your groin, right leg out. If this is not good for your knee, you can have both legs out. That's an option. So either your left foot towards your groin and your right leg out, or both legs out. This sequence is going to be short, so short and sweet. We are still continuing with upper body rotation. Your neck can stay aligned with your chest, or you can bring it further along. But the focus is on the upper body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opposite hand to knee, chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn towards your extended leg and bring the hands by the sides of the leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right hand comes towards the right leg, left arm overhead. Janusirsasana, side stretch, and you're stretching your hip and the leg. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands behind. Open your chest. And release, change the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opposite hand to knee. Inhale up, exhale, fold towards your extended leg. Inhale, arms up, exhale, side body goes towards the leg. Inhale, arms up, exhale, release. Good. If you feel tired, you can go into Shavasana. If you feel on the zone, you can stay seated either cross-legged or with a block or in whichever position you feel balanced. We're going to take some time just to close our eyes and scan the body from where we are. You can lean against a wall or a sofa or whatever you have around. You can even sit in a chair, because I don't want you to be holding for dear life. We want to have the back straight and allow the breath to go from the tailbone towards the crown of the head. The chin is slightly tucked in, as if you had an orange between your chin and your chest. You can measure it with your fist as well. Keep focusing on your breath, feeling the breath going from your tailbone to the crown. You might be able to hear the sound of your breath. Maybe you feel the sensation of the breath in the back of the throat, the temperature of the breath. Using the stimuli of your senses to stop listening to your mind talking to you. And expand your sense of hearing, listening to the birds around, and from this space of peace, of quietness, we're going to end with 3 Oms and Shantis. Inhale to begin, inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bringing your palms together, rub your palms, make the movement a little faster, and place your palms over your face. Inhale deeply. Open your eyes to the darkness of your hands. Slide your hands to your chest. Bow your heads. And namaste. Give yourselves a little clap. Well done, well done. I hope your necks and your knees were all good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My knee feels a bit better now.